Good day. Today is the 7th of February, 2026, and I am doing a reading today from my grief deck, Pathways Through Grief, Tools and Stories to Help You Through Your Journey of Grief. And today's reading is Heal and Hold. So what are we healing today? And that is growing around grief. So growing around grief, it doesn't mean grief disappears. So if you see that a little tiny bottle there, its representation is the two stones, and the stones are actually almost filling the bottle. But as time goes on, the bottle gets bigger, the stones become less, the bottle has more space. And then the bottle is a big bottle with less rocks and more space again. So this is a representation of how you actually grow around the grief cycle. Grief never goes away. You just learn how to manage it a bit better. But the grief is always there. The feelings are always there. But this is showing you that what starts out as, huge grief in a small container, as things progress and go along, you actually expand around it and grow around the grief. So this is, you're learning how to live with it and what has changed in your daily life. Taking that pressure off of yourself, knowing that there is going to be times that you need to do the full grief. There's going to be other times that are going to be okay. So this would be full grief. This would be the times okay. As you move through the stages of grief, you are going to expand your own field and start to heal. It doesn't mean you don't remember. It means that you are healing, and that is exactly where you want to be. Growth happens slowly and organically in layers. This isn't a rush process. There are days that every day feels like this, and all of a sudden you're here, and then it could be a special occasion like a birthday or Christmas anniversary. And this also can go with a loss of friendship, loss of relationship, loss of pet, the whole 9 yards. So you're over here, but you hit an anniversary date and you end up back there. Grief doesn't have a projected timeline, and everybody is different. We are all on our own journeys with this. So this is just letting you know that it's going to take time, and it's going to take a path, and it happens in labor. Your life is expanding around this pain. It's not erasing it. And that doesn't mean you have to tap into that space and be in pain every single day of your life. As a matter of fact, that would be very difficult for you. You actually want to let that go, but it takes time and it happens in stages. And this is the allowance, the forgiveness of yourself, the compassion for you to allow your own life to continue. I always say we don't grieve the dead, we grieve ourselves. Yes, we do miss the people that are gone, and we want them here with us, but we actually also are grieving our own path. What is our path going to look like without these people, in our life? And it is really a personal grief journey that we're going on. And sometimes it even allows us to see that we are mortal ourselves, which is, flipping that mirror back to you. You're looking at yourself. So there is room for joy, meaning, and love again without forgetting. So you can experience all the other emotions of happiness, joy, compassion, gratitude, love, all of that. But that doesn't lessen your love for the situation that's happened for me. It was losing my family. It just means that you're not forgetting them. You are expanding and growing and continuing down your path. This is mature healing. You are not moving on. You're growing wider, deeper, and more resilient around what you're carrying. So this is strength. Growing around your grief creates a good sense of strength for you. So that's what you are healing today. And what are you holding? And this is an interesting card. This is mindfulness in the mundane. And this was a suggestion that came to me after my family died, is to do mundane tasks and actually plug into it. So washing the dishes and actually feeling the warmth of the water and feeling the bubbles of the soap and stuff like that. Just plugging into these actual mundane tasks. Find grounding in simple everyday moments. So, if you're making the bed, make it mindfully. Feel the sheets coming up. What do the sheets feel like to you? What do the sheets sound like to you? Doing dishes, as I said, how does the water feel? Are there soap bubbles around? Vacuuming, how does the cord feel? How does the vacuum, is the vacuum heavy on your carpet? Like, these are weird things, but when you're going through a grief cycle, you have to plug into things that pull you technically out of your head and back into the present moment. So that's the mindfulness in the mundane, bringing you into that present moment. Presence in small acts steadies the nervous system, because it is we should be living in our present moment, but we are in the past and in the future most of the time. And bringing in ourselves into the present moment, this exact moment and this exact time, takes a lot of stress off of your nervous system, because you realize you are just being right now. Do a little focused breath work. Feel the air coming into your lungs. Feel the air going out of your lungs. Mindfulness. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of what's happening around you. And that presence will really help calm your nervous system. Breathing, walking, making tea, doing dishes, all of that is the medicine right now for you. That's what you need to hold on to. The medicine in the moment. Lighting a candle, journaling, looking at pictures. These are all medicine for you in the moment. You don't need a spiritual breakthrough. You need to hold yourself in the present moment and allow things to unfold in a natural way. And being here right now is enough for you. This is what being here in the now is enough. No judgment, no reading into it. This is where you need to be, in the here and now. Mindfulness brings grief out of overwhelm and back into the body gently and safely for you, especially in the everyday tasks that we do around the house. So the message today for the two cards, there and there: you don't need to heal by escaping the grief. You heal by living fully around it, one ordinary sacred moment at a time. And I hope that helped you today, and I will see you tomorrow with the cards for the animal deck, which is the medicine and the message. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.